In the meantime, the government in the lower house actually was showing some fight. So, yes, while all of the distractions in the Senate, and that's where all the headlines are going to be, we started to see some green shoots about the government going, you know what, enough. If we're going down swinging, but we don't think we're going down, so it's time to start swinging. Here is, among others, the Prime Minister and Barnaby Joyce ripping in the Parliament today.
They have no alternative plans, they have no alternative policies, so they come in here every day and they engage in personal attacks on me as Prime Minister. That's okay. Bring it on. Bring it on, Mr Speaker.
But of course what we see in the Labor Party side,
Order.
once we start having someone from a regional area, the Labor Party doesn't like that. They don't like that. They're not quite good enough. They're not quite good enough. And this goes to show in grand form, how the Labor Party does not believe in regional Australia.
And you can't trust Labor with money, Mr Speaker, because they're always after yours.
And even better, best on ground today, Peter Dutton, going after the Labor Party after it yet again sided with China.
Kieran, I mean, today's speech by Penny Wong could have been written by Paul Keating. I thought it was an appalling contribution at a time when we should be showing national unity in the Indo-Pacific, when we have an uncertain period. By all accounts, Europeans see it the same way as the Americans do, as we do. People are worried about what China is doing and the ramping up of their military activity, not just in the South China Sea, but the East China Sea and across the Indo-Pacific. And the fact that Penny Wong today has marched away from the spirit of the AUKUS agreement, I think demonstrates that Labor is very weak on national security.
100%. See, each way Albo's the bloke who won't tell you about climate change. KK is the one screaming that the Prime Minister is somehow an anti-vaxxer, and Penny Wong is saying this about China.
The consequences of a kinetic conflict over Taiwan, with the potential for escalation, would be catastrophic for humanity. So when Peter Dutton talks about it being inconceivable that Australia would not join a war over Taiwan, he is wildly out of step with the strategy long adopted by Australia and our principal ally. Amping up the prospect of war against a superpower is the most dangerous election tactic in Australian history. It is a tactic employed by irresponsible politicians who are desperate to hang on to power at any cost.
And of course she was making those statements at the ANU, which is run by Julie Bishop. You know, not that there's any connections, of course, here in trying to bring down the government. And as for President Xi himself, guess what he was blowing up about today? Australia's relationship with the United States, particularly when it comes to nuclear subs. So Penny Wong backs in China, Christina Keneally screams that the Prime Minister is an anti-vaxxer, and Edgeway Albo won't tell you what his 2030 climate target is. Good luck.